Hi, Aslo Recaps here. Today I'm going to explain superhero film called The Incredible Hulk. Before we get started, I challenge you. You have to click on subscribe and activate notification in less than 5 seconds. You got it? Alright, click the like button too and let's get started. General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross meets with Dr. Bruce Banner, a friend and the boyfriend of his daughter Betty, at Culver University in Virginia, to discuss a project that Ross promises would render people immune to gamma radiation. Ross's attempt to revive a World War II-era super soldier program fails with the experiment. When Banner's heart rate exceeds 200 beats per minute as a result of the gamma radiation exposure, he briefly assumes the appearance of the Hulk. The Hulk smashes the lab and its surroundings, killing several people inside and injuring the general, Betty, and others outside. Ross, who wants to turn the Hulk as a weapon, and the US military pursue Banner, who now runs away. 5 years later, Banner is still working in a bottling plant in Rocinha, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and trying to find a treatment for his illness. He works secretly online with a co-worker he refers to only as Mr. Blue. In order to maintain control, he is learning yoga practices. He has not changed in the past 5 months. When Banner cuts his finger, a drop of blood falls into a bottle and is later consumed by an elderly Milwaukee, Wisconsin, consumer who contracts gamma sickness. Ross dispatches a Special Forces unit, under the command of Emil Blonsky, to capture Banner using the information from the bottle. Blonsky and his gang are defeated by Banner, who turns into the Hulk, but Blonsky survives. Blonsky consents to get a tiny dose of a similar serum after Ross recounts how Banner evolved into the Hulk. This offers him improved strength, speed, agility, and healing abilities, but it also starts to distort his skeleton and weakens his judgment. Banner rejoins Betty at Culver University after his return. After being alerted by Betty's dubious boyfriend, Leonard Samson, Ross and Blonsky's soldiers attack Banner once more, leading Banner to once more turn into the Hulk. Ross's forces lose the subsequent battle outside the campus, and they flee. However, Blonsky, whose sanity is waning, confronts and mocks the Hulk. Blonsky is brutally hurt by the Hulk, who also runs away with Betty. When the Hulk transforms back into Banner, he and Betty flee, and Banner makes contact with Mr. Blue, who advises them to meet him in New York City. In reality, Mr. Blue is cellular biologist Dr. Samuel Stearns, who informs Banner that he may have discovered a treatment for Banner's illness. Following a successful test, he informs Banner that the antidote can only undo one change at a time. Stearns claims that he has created a sizable supply of the blood samples Banner supplied him from Brazil in order to use their limitless potential for medical purposes. Banner wants to sabotage the blood supply because he is worried that the military may use the Hulk's abilities. For a third attempt to capture Banner, a recovering Blonsky joins Ross's soldiers. When they are successful, a helicopter arrives to pick up Banner and Betty. Blonsky, who craves the Hulk's strength, stays behind and instructs Stearns to inject him with Banner's blood. Blonsky is transformed by the experiment into the Abomination, a monster that rivals the Hulk in size and strength. When he strikes Stearns, some of Banner's blood seeps into the wound on his forehead, causing Stearns to start mutating as well. Through Harlem, the Abomination rages. Banner successfully persuades Ross to release the Hulk after realizing that the Hulk is the only one who can defeat the Abomination. He leaps from Ross's helicopter, and when he hits the ground, he transforms. The Hulk overcomes the Abomination after a struggle that takes place throughout Harlem by almost strangling him to death with a chain, but after hearing Betty's plea, he spares his life and hands the Abomination over to Ross and his forces to capture. Betty and the Hulk share a tranquil moment before the Hulk leaves New York. Banner is in Bella Coola, British Columbia, a month later. He doesn't hold back his transformation, instead, he starts it off slowly and with a smirk. Later, Ross is approached by Tony Stark at a nearby bar and told that a team is being assembled. And that was how the movie ended.